welcome one and all to this second fixture of round 11 in season 9 of the SRL. The Newcastle Knights looking to defend a top 4 position against the Broncos side looking to sneak their way into the 8. Ollie Parcher, Will K with you. Will, Knights top of the ladder coming into this round, pending the result of the Storm game. How do you think the Knights are going to handle trying to defend that top spot?
Well, it's going to be anything but easy here tonight for the Knights. It's going to be a tough battle between them and the Broncos. The Broncos, they're looking to really solidify a position in this top 8, to first break in there and then solidify. They're not going to go down easily tonight, and this is a good opposition. So the Knights, they can't take anything for granted, but they'll be definitely coming in with a little bit of confidence.
Yep, worth noting that a win here would solidify them on 8 wins, which would almost certainly be enough to make the 8. So we'll pencil them in, but we'll still need to run the maths on whether they could end up falling out based on points differential. They have a 45-point gap on the only other team with 6 losses. Well, the best team with 6 losses right now, the West Tigers, as we get ourselves underway here with John Nanai taking the first hit up of this one. Orsons will quickly spread it out wide here for the Zambian, Mika Rashford, and he tries to fight his way through the tackler Sharp and ends up going down instead. Quick take here for Diab. He's looking a lot stronger now, I think, in previous seasons, and has really helped the Knights elevate their game so far. Here goes Butterfield. His run just shy of midfield now. Sadler with an awkward ball there for Parks, but they decide to go for a raid down the wing with Simon, but not much going on there. Quickly cut off there. And the Knights quickly on the last will look for Diab to put the kick in, and he might have put a bit too much sauce on it. No, it bounces just shy of the goal line. Sharp was perhaps looking for a mark there. Ends up losing track of it while running back, though, and means that the Broncos are going to be pinned on the goal line to start this, but McDonald quickly working his way through the pack and getting them a bit of daylight, getting them side their own 30. Here goes Organol, gets shoved hard into the ground there. I think it was Daniel Punchver through the hit. It was. Here goes Anthony Lee now trying to sneak through on the left edge, but again shut down, that time from Butterfield. Romano into acting half here. Here goes Oliver. Quick offload there for Walmsley. Causes a man to miss. Has to call Ponkston into action, but it's not quite enough to gain themselves enough meaningful territory, I would think. Here's a play of the ball. Sharp at dummy half. Bakers will kick, and indeed it is just a simple punt there for Rashford, and Rashford quickly swallowed up. And a quick back and forth here between these two sides, and the Knights, I think, slightly with the upper hand here, Will.
Yeah, not a bad set there from the Broncos after a bit of a tough kick return for Dylan Sharp, but they've made their way down. The Knights, they've done pretty well as well in their opening set, so both teams with a good start to the match. Not much separating them at the moment, only 4 minutes in still. But the forward packs, they're going to have a great battle tonight.
Yep. Nanai and Punch versus McDonald and Jeff will be definitely a matchup to watch out for, and the Broncos this time about holding them out the same place they did last time around. That's past halfway. Diab again the kick, this time looking to the wing of Rowie Jones. Or is that just Jones? I'm not certain. The bowling here says Rowie Jones is a surname, but it might be just Jones the first name. Yeah, double check that with our production crew, as Sharp will quickly flick this one out for Crutcher. He nearly already burst his way through, but quickly tackled by the very bright blue hair almost of Luke Driscoll. That's a great offload. Finds Sharp, and Sharp now trying to run for the corner. He throws over the pass, surely forward, not called. Edwards is nearly there, but he throws it over. Baldo Lai perhaps. Somehow, how did the Broncos not score? How did the pass not get called? How did it neutralize in the end?
I've got to be honest there, I had no problem with the pass there from Sharp. It was a great pass on the inside, and Edwards just running onto it with pace. It did make it look a little bit forward, but I think it was pretty flat. That is a spectacular tackle there from Bo Sadler, stopping a certain try and keeping his team yet to concede on the scoreboard. That is just spectacular footy from the hooker.
Yeah, we might have been deceived a bit here from our camera view up here on our booth, because I'm going to judge a pass from 40 meters out. There's Borson's now trying to get an offload there to Punch, and does open up the options ever so slightly here with Punch's positioning. Where do they look to go? Salah will look to back for Borson's. Borson just a simple chip instead. Always going to be more on that one. Here goes Jones, though, nearly through, but Driscoll very quick in the chase down. Able to tackle him 15 shy of halfway. Here's Oliver. Ooh, Call the ball awkwardly. Oh, it even throws a poor ball there. Stick to dummy half. Diab ends up getting the scoop there. Was no error on that officially, so we'll just be tackle 1 here. So one less tackle for the Broncos to have to defend, but will also be a difficult ask here as they're already set up inside the red zone tonight. Here's Driscoll just to the 10. Will look short side here with Sadler, but it caught Nanai on his back foot. Tried to let him go there, but to no avail. Play the ball here now, Sadler. Borson's long pass over. Big hit given. Ball bounces for Christie. He tries to burst through the tackle of Ogg, but can't do so. Now it'll be 7 now. I'd like to look for a grubber here through Butterfield, but Butterfield's quickly swallowed up by 2 tacklers. It'll be tackled perhaps short, perhaps held up. It looks short to me, and it is. I'll give him a bit of space here with Warmbley and Sharp. And so the Broncos will survive that initial raid from Benighty in his first 10 minutes. Oh, intercept! There goes Butterfield. I was so ready to just hand it off for some K analysis. But instead, a quick ball just ends up right in the hands of Butterfield. And the Knights right on the attack again. 10 minutes gone here in this one. Nano plays it for Sadler. Butterfield, quick pass out for Parks. Parks beats a man and goes over first try. Newcastle.
Well, what a play there from Josh Butterfield. The last couple of plays, I was about to criticize him taking that run on the last. It's not something you want to see your halfback doing. And he gets the ball back from Marker. Intercept. Beautiful pass here straight to Parks. And they are over for the first 4-pointer of the match. That is just brilliant stuff from Josh Butterfield. And it's exactly why he is the Queensland 5'8".
Yeah, and Isaac Edwards there just got put into the mixer there as well. Soundly and thoroughly beaten. And ends up conceding those for his Butterfield now to try and convert the try that he basically set up. Not his own try. I'm sure some people will be hoping for a few of those in this one. He does successfully convert it here, making it 6-0.
Yeah, good kick there from Butterfield. As he's been good, pretty good with the boot this season. He's done most of the goal kicking for the Knights, so hopefully he can continue tonight and continue as they run to the finals. These 2 points often important in these tight matches. And more often than not, you'll see when the 2 top teams fight each other, it will be, in fact, only decided by sometimes a goal kick, sometimes only a try. As that's a big hit. Oh my goodness, Ollie.
Yeah, that was a solid hit there from Oliver. Perhaps trying to make up for the earlier lapse there. But basically forced that intercept and meant that Butterfield could go off. And of course, there will probably be some arms up there about perhaps square of Marker, but I think it was just slow play the ball really that allowed him to get free as Butterfield there. Ooh, awkward offload. Diab just able to scoop that one up. Probably sets up for an early kick here perhaps. It could go to Butterfield, and that's exactly what he does, but he absolutely shanked it, and now Sharp is going to have a chance to get loose. Sharp to the 30. Ponkston in pursuit will be able to get to him.
Yeah, not a good kick.
That I would have liked.
Sorry.
Not a good kick at all. No, you're fine. It was just more, I was more just reacting in stunned silence watching that back and just thinking, man, how did he mess that one up? Perhaps he realized that it was outside the 40-foot. Oh, no, wait, I can't kick for distance. I got to kick towards the other sideline and then just ended up on the wrong side of the boot. Baker's now trying to get through the tackle there on Nanai and ends up being brought down 6 short of a line. Short ball here for Sharp. Inside ball for the other Sharp. Sonny to Dillon, and they get one back.
Wow, what a try there. As you just look at this one, Sonny Sharp playing in the centre tonight. He's a second rower. Remember this, he plays in the middle, he plays in the second row, in the centre tonight, inside ball for his brother. That is a terrific try. And, the Broncos will be very happy that they've scored one so quickly back. Off the back of that Josh Butterfield kick, he'll be very eager to forget that one. Dylan Sharp, I just have to say, he's impressed me since his move to that fullback position. And for a player that's quite young, and quite unexpected to take over the 1 jersey, he's been doing quite a job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that Newcastle as well on the other side are no stranger to that. People were thinking, wow, Don Ponkston is so young. Could he really be a fullback over, a solid veteran? But I think he's stepped up into that role quite well as well. And the Broncos are just seeing that similar level of growth from Sharp at the moment. And I think that he could be a very dangerous player, especially with if Sharp goes back into an 11 or 12 spot. 11 more specifically, I feel like those two could be an absolute force to be reckoned with if they remain as a duo. As McDonald here with the first hit up about the 20 before he's brought down there by Diab. Here goes Jeff now. Props working well so far, getting about 10 meters gained. Now what do you expect here? Here goes Wormsley now across to Og. Og again with some good driving force here. Good post-contact meters being generated. Bakers will spread it across here for Dylan Sharp. Make sure to try not just say Sharp now, because I didn't even realize Dylan and Sonny were brothers competing on the same team. Shows my preparation has been not up to scratch as of late. Here goes McDonald's pass for 40 of Newcastle. I'll try and look for a kick here. Who do they look to for the option? We'll go to Edwards. Edwards will kick it down towards the winger Simon. Easily taken. Lee gets sidestepped, and now here goes Simon. It's got Sharp in pursuit. More coming across. Does a goose step there to dodge a tackle. I'm not sure on who.
It's Crutcher.
But it was Crutcher there. Wow, great coverage defense there from Crutcher.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where he'd come from. It looked like he was on that left edge coming to the right side, but no, it's the other way around. Wilson out of Diab, inside ball intending for Ponkson to try and make his way through, but Crutcher's there as well. And some solid defense this time around. Boston's to Driscoll. Tackle there by Sonny Sharp and Bakers. Boston's out to Diab, and Diab will give him a centered ball. About 6 out from the line as he continues to fight forward. Broncos try and set themselves up quickly off a slow play the ball here. Boston's will elect for the high ball to the left side, and it's taken here by Joey June. Will June give a ball down, though? I don't think they did.
No. That is spectacular defense.
And now Jones nearly goes through.
Well, how about that defense there, Ollie? It's Dylan Sharp again, the man stepping up. He's been danger in attack. He's been danger in defense. They can't get around him at the moment. They can't even get the ball down once they've crossed the line. He's having a cracker tonight, and he just wants to show everyone he's exactly capable of doing everything that Don Ponkson can.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult when you go up there for Joey June just to try and get themselves contorted back around to get the body in place. But, you know, just as soon as they landed, it was just like immediately the Broncos just thought, okay, they're grounded, swarm them. And here goes Dylan Sharp now, trying to dodge Ponkson, and it does! And just like that, they go coast to coast.
Well, Dylan Sharp, I've been giving you your flowers. I need to get another bundle by the looks of it. A bouquet for you. As Friday, it is Valentine's Day. You may be mine yet. That is just a brilliant try there from the fullback. And he has been terrific tonight. 20 minutes in. Almost 20 minutes in, the Broncos take the lead. A kick to make it 12-6, and I don't think anyone saw this coming, and definitely didn't see this stellar performance from Dylan Sharp so far.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it in the previous try-scoring break that, yeah, Sharp has been someone that they wouldn't really rate at fullback, but I think, you know, you pay it off in spades here with exceptional defense at one end, exceptional run down the other, and, you know, any time you get to get a bit of fullback bragging rights and winning a battle on the offensive side, just goes to show that they have a lot of untapped potential, and they're finally getting to see that spring out. Here goes Butterfield now to kick it away. I'll likely see some of the bench movement coming in here. McEnroe and Toxiog there look to be warming up on the sidelines, as is Nathan Anderson and Bandish Wasser. I'm sorry, I forgot to correct my notes here. Bandish Washer. Will K doesn't know how to spell, I'm afraid.
It's contagious. The commissioner dyslexia is in fact contagious. It hit Lachlan, and now it's hit me. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, well, I think it's more a staff literacy rate thing for my money, but could be each one's own. Here goes Wormsley trying to get past the 40. Diab there, solid tackle. Ooh, looks to be a run there, setting up for Og. When it said Edwards will look for the kick, it might be a 40-20. It lands pretty well, but there's no bounce on it. It just sits up there for Ponkson. They can't make a decent kick return out of it. And, oh, well, I mean, it's a bit better of a kick return now when it draws out Anthony Lee holding down.
Yeah, unnecessary there from the Broncos. Just giving away a penalty when they have all the momentum. They've killed their defensive pressure. The Knights, they may be able to take advantage of this and get a 4-pointer, possibly 6 of their own if they play their cards right.
Yep, and, well, I mean, it's a great way to counterpunch here after pretty much getting kicked in the face by Dylan Sharp with his double so far, as Anderson getting his opportunity. Look over to Borsons and now Driscoll. Just trying to fight there against Sharp, and they were really wrestling at it, but about 7 meters gained out of that one. Here goes Anderson now again. Second run of this set, and 3 people have to be in there to take him down. Inside the 30 now. Will set up an option. Oh, Borson's floated one there. Was up for grabs to pretty much anyone. Ponkson still got onto it, but a bit too dangerous for my liking. is brought down over the last about 22 hours. They'll look to the left side with Boston. He'll put in a grubber kick. Driscoll has the lead on it. Gives it up to Rashford. Oh, what a beat!
Oh my goodness, this is going upstairs here, but just blow your whistle, point to the spot and blow the whistle. That is a try, and a terrific one at that. That is just about the best try I've seen all season. And that is something else here from the Knights. As there's the green lights, and that is just incredible. Ollie, oh my goodness, I can't believe my eyes.
Yeah, great individual kick chase to start here. Boston's buzzed it in perfectly for Driscoll, and Driscoll just decides, you know what, just fire it across. Someone's going to be able to make something happen on the wing. And Rashford, he decides, Jones, why don't you chill out, and completely freezes him in place as he dives over. Going to be a difficult kick here for Butterfield, though, to try and bring it back, and it's wide right. A tough ask from there, though, but it will mean the Broncos hold on to a 2-point lead. About 23 and a half gone.
Yeah, he almost got it there, Butterfield. A bit of a breeze tonight, so it will make the kicking from wide pretty hard for both sides. The Broncos, John Bakers, he hasn't really been tested with his kicks yet so far. Like I said, the 2 points could be the difference in this game at the end when all is said and done. We will wait to see, but yeah, not a bad crack at all.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen 2 points be the difference in worse ways. I mean, my mind dates back to, I believe it was a season 3 or 4 game, Panthers versus Eels, where the Panthers elect to go for 2, down 4 with 2 minutes left.
Yes, they did.
I'm haunted by it every waking moment, and I stay in the SRL. Not really, but anytime it comes back, it's like, oh, God. And, well, I mean, going for 2 is probably not in the lexicon of the Knights right now, because they just want to take the lead going off of this set. I just hope to not see a penalty given away here. Brisbane. Driscoll, though.
Bakers.
That's not what you want. Instead of a penalty, it's just an error. And Polkston goes completely flying way away from the play, and John Bakers capitalizes. Commentators curse there. As soon as they say they look to go up, they go back down by 6 and potentially 8.
Well, Murphy's Law there for the Newcastle Knights. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and it did in that play. We saw it with our own eyes, didn't we? A loose ball jumped on by Bakers. You could only get about 2 worst players in the spine to jump on, and that's Isaac Edwards and Dylan Sharp. He's got some speed, and he wasn't afraid to show it there. Off he went, under the sticks. Beautiful try for John Bakers.
Yep, and a huge one in terms of momentum of this game, just as it looks like they're starting to build out a potential run that taking the lead or maybe just time the game off of a penalty. Just ends up giving the ball away, and suddenly Brisbane find themselves up by 8.
Oh my goodness, that was a great try there. You don't see tries like this so often all in the same game. Being some exciting plays from both teams. And I just don't know what's going to happen next. I'm always on the edge of my seat here. And you really can't predict which way the wind is going to blow here.
Yep, and well, I mean, we saw the wind effect of that Butterfield kick. Of course, it wouldn't affect Bakers because kicking from right in front wouldn't be too hard, and does mean that, well, so long as Brisbane just keep on scoring right in front, I'm sure they won't trouble him either. So you mentioned that bit earlier. Just needed to touch on that point as well. Here goes Crutcher now, up to the 40, and he'll look to give it back to Tuxie. I think they wanted a 40-20 setup there on the 3rd, a bit earlier than you would expect, but I mean, the Tuxie's brought down 3 short of it, and now Bakers will have to go for it, but he's shanked his as well. Doesn't seem like the 40-20 kick is going for either side here, and Butterfield will take it into Broncos territory on tackle 1.
Yeah, not the kick that you want there. I'm pretty sure the wind's behind John Bakers at the moment and pointing towards that top right corner on your screen, viewers. So I'm not too sure how he shanked it that bad, but that's not the kick that you want, and both halfbacks just having a little bit of trouble at the moment going for their 40-20 attempts. But it will make a big difference. The Knights here with a great opportunity.
Yeah, man, they're just about to the red zone as well at this point. Here goes Driscoll with June to Boston's and now to Butterfield. They spread it across. It probably means Boston's or Diab are your kicking options. You see him moving across there, trying to get himself set up. He tried to look back for Diab there, and it set up over hand the Dishwasher. But Dishwasher has a gap. I don't think they even noticed. And throw it away. Here goes Romano. Romano's going to be chased down here at the 40.
Well,
please tell me you didn't put hallucinogenics in this water.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just normal water, but maybe I have to get checked now. That was quite something, wasn't it? The play, Ben Dishwasher came along with it. All right, here we go. Let's go for a run. Puts a kick in, finds SRL Romano, then Romano's in space. That was just madness.
Yeah, nearly mad there by Walsley as well as he nearly breaks through 2 tackles there. Has to get a bit of assistance there to Ponkston. Oliver over to Og and now to Ray Romano again. He's brought down to the 4th. Well, I mean, I'm sure everyone loves Errol for an earlier run he put in, I believe, and maybe getting my players confused. But either way, that's given the Broncos a prime red zone setup there. Last tackle, Macron for play the ball. Oh, dear. And I think there's again been miscommunication. It's a knock-on there. I'm not sure by whom, however. As the Knights just give the ball right back at about their own 20. And it's Bawson's to take the first hit up on this one. Now Rashford into the middle of the park, goes across Dishwasher to people that know each other surprisingly well. Would have been solid teammates at the night so far, but had a bit of a storied past beforehand. But afraid that the tales exactly escape me. But either way, 2 people from the same community bonding together here in Newcastle have helped corral them to a top spot. Here goes Ponkston just inside the Broncos 40. Butterfield now for Christie. Christie trying to get some post-contact meters, enough to perhaps force a different style of kick here from what will likely be Butterfield. It will be Butterfield. No, he just selects with a simple punt. Up to Ray Romano. Ray Romano a step, but Butterfield runs into him and just carries him down alongside Dishwasher. Now we'll look to set up a hit there with Og, but Og breaks through that tackle. And again, 2 of the tackle needed. Broncos giving themselves a bit more leeway here. Here goes McEnroe. McEnroe into Broncos territory. Difficult offload. Oh, big hit there. Edwards got absolutely knackered by that one. Diab will carry it up to halfway. And suddenly, the Broncos find themselves on the back foot this time around. Here goes Dishwasher, getting another solid 10 meters out of that. Nice work from the bench prop. Here goes Driscoll through a gap. Driscoll nearly, and does in fact cross for 20. We're eventually being brought down. Here's Bawson's across to Ponkston. Good work here from the spine to get him activated. It's Oliver involved. He's 1 marker here, about 8 out from the line. Here's Driscoll now. He attacks Crutcher. Walmsley helping out. He'll be well short here, but it does invite a lot of attacking options. Bawson's again, the high ball towards the left. Sharp looks to be in the field of play. No, it's Jones, excuse me, and well taken indeed. That was a good grab under pressure. And now a 7 tackle set here for Brisbane. They'll look to Tuxiog to start this one out. About 3 in the tackle. Favor ball here. Bakers. Ooh, bit of a quick ball out and nearly ended up paying for it, but got it out to Crutcher at least without taking too much of a big hit. Oliver, 2 Bakers, now to Sharp, over to Jones, but that spread play isn't doing them money favors. For a 20-meter reset and a second tackle set, you wouldn't expect to be in the 30 on tackle 2. Here's Og now going after Sadler, and Diab helps him out. Again, just a good, solid defensive set here from Newcastle. What would usually be the last here is now the 4th with 4 left in this half. Oliver now will spread it wide for Og, and he runs right into Butterfield and would post contact meters, albeit nothing more than that. Oliver will give it over to Edwards with a kick, and that's a difficult one to take going so far sideways. But Rashford, oh, look at the space he's been given. Sharp, however, very attentive to it, but Knights will get a set on halfway again. June in the acting half. Here's Diab. Short ball there for Anderson. Anderson gets just past the 40 before he's brought down there by Crutcher. More of a wiggle than I think would be willing to be given for a penalty. Here goes Butterfield through a hole. And now Butterfield almost gets to the 15 and eventually gets through again. Out 13 out from the line now. Sadler over to Diab. Quick ball out for Anderson. Anderson nearly dragging himself there, but it's about a meter short. Almost smell the goal line from there. Oh. Sadler, long pass across. Driscoll is there. Driscoll goes over. And just in the last 2 minutes of this half, the Knights hit back.
Yeah, Luke Driscoll has really impressed me in that 11 jersey this season for the Knights, and he continues to impress here. Sadler, beautiful pass from dummy half, finds him right on the chest. Baker's jamming in too early. Og can't stop him. That is just perfect execution from the second rower, running his line, knowing exactly what's needed of him, and scoring the try. Butterfield with a big kick here to make it only potentially 2 points to trail at halftime.
Yeah, and I mean, we got to see as well that they were able to make a quick goal line play work. We've seen how risky it is to throw those passes along the goal line. They can get knocked down. You can have a player knocked down. So much can go wrong there, but it was well executed there. And Luke Driscoll finds himself with the rewards. Yeah, I think we're going to see like a couple more interchanges just here in this final minute and a half in order to make sure that they can take an opportunity here. Just make sure, I think we'll try and see it out probably. It looks like Baker's taking a fair time with this kick. We'll probably only get this kick off at like 48 on that seconds marker. Yes, just about. And now taken there by Butterfield over to Nanai, and will be brought down right in front of the post, about 13 out. Sadler, Driscoll, and does seem like there's not going to be much effort here by the Knights to try and make something of this. Just happy to probably hold on to it and go down 2. Oh no, here we go. Rashford nearly breaks through there, but was dangerously close to that line. Does cut in at least for him. Attack from Sonny Sharp. 15 seconds to go now. Sadler will be brought down here. Did they try anything risky here on the last, or did they just hold on? It looks like they'll hold on here. But Knights and Broncos in a very tight tussle here as they go to the break.
I'm just waiting for Kiss Cam to come on. On me. It's not happening. Do you like it? Do you like it? The environment here, do you like the footy? Yes, we're on. Yeah, we're live.
You're not you when you're hungry.
This is an amazing
Snickos.
reception that we've received.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And welcome back to the second half here between Newcastle and Brisbane. This has been quite a tight tussle so far. Brisbane, in spite of the fact that they've had 7 errors so far this half, still with a 2-point lead, thanks to some error goal kicking from Josh Butterfield, albeit how difficult it was. Will Kendall Departure back with you, and Will, it is going to be quite interesting to see whether Dylan Sharp can continue on this great run of form that he's been on at the moment.
Yeah, Dylan Sharp with about 154 metres at halftime. The TBC live tracker indicated he has been on form tonight, and he's been really, really impressive, as has this whole Broncos team. I don't think many people expected them to come out firing like they have, and they've really impressed me so far tonight. This is a big second half. They've got to be able to keep up this tempo for the next 40 minutes and come away with a very important win for their season. The Knights, it's all about pressure now. They need to start building pressure, and they need to start completing off the pressure that they build. They've been a little bit lackluster in some key moments, and it has cost them early on. So they need to start stepping up in occasions. As I said, it's good 40-20 attempt, but not quite finding the 20-meter mark there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult spot where it's taking it from, because basically it's taking us from the 30, so it's got about the distance right there, but I think it may have been just a couple meters short there, even if he was kicking back from just about on the 40. A fair effort all the same. And, you know, I mean, it was a better effort than we've seen from the last two 40-20 attempts from Butterfield and Edwards, respectively, as they did lead to some prime attack opportunities. Speaking of, here goes Ponkston now as he takes on Sharp. And oh, what a driving tackle that is from Dylan Sharp, forcing him back, almost back into Knights territory. They quickly look to spread it out. Borton's down there. Ooh, nice inside ball there. And sadly, he had a bit of a spot there, but I think he was looking to go to acting half, and Ormsley was quick to pounce on it. Borton's out to Driscoll now as he takes on the line and brought down just inside the 40. Borton's looked to spread it across there. Goes to Macquarie. Macquarie brought down here. 35 out, and doesn't leave the Knights with many attacking kick options, and that's why Butterfield just would like to take it and do a quick punt there for Errol Ray Romano, and he is hit hard there. I believe that is Cooper Vakama getting his first involvement in the game and landing a heavy hit. Cody Og now going up against Macquarie would help there as well. They might catch the markers off guard here. Didn't really take advantage of it, though. Instead elected to spread it out there with McDonald and Jeff. They bring him down about on the 30. Baker's now another player, but had a very solid outing so far. Has a try. And of course, is free from goal, so has given the majority of the team's points so far. Here is Walmsley, just tackled on the 40. Does open up a 40-20 attempt here with a bit more of a setup this time around. And Bakers goes off the left side of a boot, ends up finding Simon. Simon puts a step on, I believe it is, no, that is not Crutcher actually. I'm not sure who that is in the middle of a park. Instead, let's go up to Bolton Jr. It's McDonald there, but he ended up freezing up, but didn't really get past very well. Quick play the ball there. Bolton's, inadvisable pass thrown there. Walmsley perhaps got the telegraph on it and takes that one away and gets the Broncos started up in Newcastle territory. Oliver out for Bakers and then Jeff down to the 40 here of Newcastle and trying to push through here. It's Walmsley again, and he nearly ends up bursting right through. But Ponkston's there to make the tackle. Bit of assistance from Borson's there as well. Oliver out for Bakers. Jeff, with a hard-hitting tackle. Eventually brought down about 13 out from the line. They'll look to go left side here with Og. Og quickly met though, and Butterfield will bring him down. What do the Broncos look to go for here on this fifth tackle? They'll look back for Edwards. Edwards kicking towards the center of the park. Looks like Rashford underneath it and does take it. Ruled in goal. Yes, he is. And that will mean a 7 tackle set here for Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm not quite approving of that one there. The referee, I think he's missed a check on Pato as he's tried to run to that goal line and try and contest the catch. The referee's missed that one there. The Knights players definitely changed his line. So they got off with one easily there, Knights. They're going to need to be a lot better in defense because they just got absolutely shredded through the middle by Coven Walmsley a couple times in that set and put them in a whole bunch of trouble. They need to improve that drastically if they want to really fight in this game.
Yeah, well, I think just not giving up the initial error at first will probably be the first port of call, because then you can just start with better field position and not have to worry about having to defend your goal line as much, because that's what eventually sprung it. It was that Walmsley intercept. This ends up getting a bit rent-free there. As here goes Macquarie now through a gap right up the middle of the field. Knights nearly have a chance to go coast to coast here, going from their own 20 to try and score here, taking advantage of an extra tackle. Borson's here with a high ball. Looks like it's going to be Ray Romano rather underneath it, excuse me. Wing is confused there, and Nakama there able to bring him down alongside Butterfield as Teresi into acting half. It's been pretty much the only involvement that we've seen of him besides another run. Get more involved here later on, and also whether Pato can get himself into the game. Edwards, a little inside ball here for Walmsley. Telegraphed well, though, there by Diab, and the help of Anderson brings him down. Oliver over to Bakers now for Crutcher. Crutcher running hard here against Driscoll. I believe Nanai hits Walmsley. Now Walmsley, oh my goodness, that might be a 40-20. It might be too deep for a 40-20. It's nearly hit the post. Ongston does decide to take it up. Didn't want to risk a Bronco falling on that one. Don't think he could have waited much longer, but Coven Walmsley with a booming kick and nearly ends up hitting the Knights back in their own in-goal area. Or could have even been worse had Ongston not been able to get over there in time. Here's Nanai, though, quickly driven back of a tackle there by Walmsley, as well as Oliver. Here's Pongston now. He steps through. He'll break his way into Knights territory, so into Broncos territory, excuse me, out of his own territory. Pongston will play it there on tackle 4. We'll go for a spread play here. Borsons tries to get his way through the line. Going to do so on that occasion. Well tackled there by Jeff. Sadler will look back for June to put in the kick, and this one just rightly weighted, and Ray Jones just has to be back there on his own goal line, in the shadow of his own goal line, and ends up taking that one. Oliver will flick it along for Jeff. He gets some outside our own 30. Yeah, good start to this set here from Brisbane. Out to Baker's inside ball here for Sharp. Here he goes again. He's going to try and put a step on Ponkston, but he just stepped right into him, really. Tried to make him overcommit to that right edge, and he didn't do so. Jones with a quick short side raid, but that's snuffed out there by Rashford and Borsons. Long flat ball there for Crutcher, and Crutcher gets leveled there I think that was Nana getting involved once more, and Bakers will have to punt this one this time around. But the wing is not really in position here. Really, Simon's going to have to run onto it, and he might end up trying to go the distance, but Dylan Sharp, well positioned there. Great coverage defense. Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Bakama now over to Butterfield. Butterfield breaks through one tackle, puts an offload in for Christie, and definitely an advised offload because look at where he ended up. Lost a couple of meters as a result of deciding to throw that one. Here goes Butterfield, another offload, this time for Bakama. He nearly breaks through there, but well alert to it is Edwards, and Edwards rolls along with a tackle. Could have perhaps been called for holding down there, but not given. Nanai now, a bit of a run, but not much going on there as Walmsley and Oliver again working well in tandem. Here goes Ponkston, and Ponkston swarmed again, and it's Walmsley once again involved, this time however with Isaac Edwards. Ponkston will play it on the 40, and it's a very slow one. Allows the defense to get set, but allows Butterfield to get set with the kick. He'll just go right over the top here, taken by Romano. Romano is brought down there again. Good coverage defense so far here from Newcastle, and I think that's a big reason why they haven't really had too bad kick returns, as Diab there with a great intercept on an Oliver offload attempt. He saw the markers not square, and he scampered perfectly, but instead just gets taken out there with the ball, and Diab pretty much did the rest there and allows a nice setup here in the red zone. Wilson's inside ball here for Diab. Diab trying to push through here, but it is just about tackled on his own 10. Two markers in this time around. Butterfield, long ball for the Karma, met by Teresi. Two bench players going head-to-head now. And Sadler for Macquarie. Macquarie runs into McDonald. Now the Knights with a last-second opportunity here. They'll look close here for Diab, and Diab over right under the post. I don't think they expected it at all. Brisbane caught off guard. The Knights take the lead.
Yeah, Coda Diab, what a player he has been for the last few seasons for the Newcastle Knights. He was picked up from the Panthers about 2 seasons ago. Played most of last season at lock. He's played most of this season at prop. He's moved to the lock jersey in the last couple of weeks, and he just absolutely stars there, doesn't he? A big swan dive over the line and put his team in front there.
Yeah, that's been absolutely perfect work there as well, because we talked earlier that it's been a difficult kick. The wind's kind of been howling around a bit, McDonald Jones, and as a result, Butterfield has had a bit of difficulty with his kicking, though, again, high degree of difficulty there. But it's not just a goal kicking, it's a general kicking as well. And, I mean, he really decided to make a statement with that one, just tried to punt that one all the way to Port Macquarie.
Yeah, it's 22-18. The Knights in a lead here, and it's the first time in a while that they've been in control of this scoreboard. The Broncos, they'll be a little bit disappointed they let that soft try in, but they're ready to bounce back here. Only 4 points down. Don't go anywhere. This last 20 minutes is going to be entertaining.
Yeah, Nanai. It's very rare that you see the forward try and catch and make a run, but there he does. And now ended up bursting through as well. Here goes Macquarie now, though, and Brisbane. I think it's been fired up here by Anthony McDonald. They look to immediately be on the attack through defense. Great line speed being shown here so far. Tackle free. They're only about a quarter of the way up the field, Newcastle. Orson's now in for Macquarie. Macquarie brought down here by Walmsley. Again, just getting very well involved here early on in this. Here goes Christie once more, trying to get some good meterage there, and nearly gets through, but Kodiog brings him down. Sadler will fire a long way across here for Borson's. Borson's just a kick up the middle. This gets right to Dylan Sharp as well.
Oh,
Sharp a
go,
step.
son.
Oxon might be caught off of back foot. Can he get over there in time? Borson's... no, it wasn't Borson's that... No, it was Borson's that missed.
It was
But he
Borson's.
gets back up and gets a second effort. I thought it was Sadler for a moment, and then second guess myself and third guess myself. Here goes Edwards. Ponkston there with a great diving stop, and it might be Edwards over here. It's hard to see. The post completely obscured our vision from up here in the booth.
I'm not confident
I
here.
think
Oh, I don't know if he's got
I
the
think
ball
that's
down.
That's down. Edwards says, no, what?
What?
Huh?
I don't know if he got it. I
guess
think there was a
Diaz
hand
must have been
under it.
underneath it.
I think there was a
must have
hand
been.
under it.
I can't think there's any other explanation. And knock on there from Walmsley. What on earth?
I'm
I
not
felt
too
like
sure.
a try for all money. Here
I'm
goes
not-
Rashford now.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if
I'm
I agree
stunned.
there.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
like
know
almost immediate
what's
as
going
well.
on. They took one look at it at the bunker and they said no, and I'm not too sure I agree with the Walmsley knock on there. It looks like it came forwards off a Knights player. So they've been a bit hard done by there, Brisbane. But hopefully they can bounce back.
Yeah, I think it was more that just the initial loss of control was forward and into the Knights player, so probably should have been double knock on. But either way, still, Knights error, and as a result, Knights capitalize on the error rather, be it by referee or by player, and end up getting themselves a set of their own here, but not much coming of it. Borsons will kick towards the sideline. Nearly found the sideline himself with just how bad this wind has been. It ends up being taken there by Jones, and Jones carries it past his own 30. Paddo into acting half, goes across a sharper step. Here he goes again. Tried to wind one up there, but ends up being brought down there by, I believe that is Diab. And he gets himself into the action again, this time making the hit on Sonny Sharp together with Sadler. Oliver over to Lee now as Lee tries to get his legs working and puts the Brisbane attack right into kicking opportunities. Edwards over the Og. Og met there by the Karma and helped down with the aid of Simon. Parisi to Edwards. Edwards the high ball. Pongton, I don't think knows where it is. Who does know where it is? Pongton does grab onto it. We saw one previously like that from Cowboys Tigers where they didn't know where it was, but Pongson was just looking up at the lights, could not see where it was, ends up finding it and taking a mark. And he did well to leap from the in-goal area to give him a 7 tackle set.
Yeah, good stuff there from Pongson. Under pressure, and he took that ball well. He lost it for a second, but got to it in the end. The Broncos, they did really well in their attack there. They started on about their own 10-meter and ended up with the goal over the try line. With the ball over the try line, so not too bad at all. They'll be pretty impressed with that. They need more sets like that and keep applying this pressure because they're still 4 points down this game, but there's still 15 minutes.
Yep, still plenty of chances to try and get a line break that really sets them up. Try and make a tackle make a man miss, and suddenly you can put yourself in business. See what the Knights can do with this one. On the last. Go to Borsons. Borsons nearly ran into Diab there. Could have been an offside penalty given up. But it's Romano will have a lot of running room. And I think there was miscommunication there. I think they wanted to do a lock substitution there and get Diab on. But they ended up just doing it at the wrong time. And as a result, the kick chase was in all sorts. And similarly, we see McDonald has come on here for Brisbane. Probably the last couple of interchanges we'll see still to come, though.
Go!
Here goes Sharp. Sharp does break through a tackle. He hits Pongton again. This time, Dom has been able to reasonably shut him down in these past 26 minutes. Oliver now to Sonny Sharp. He tries to take a run here against Diab, and he's brought down quickly alongside Daniel Punch. Oliver to Og now. Og with a hard run. Trying to get through Sadler. Can't quite do it. Eventually brought down to about 6 out from the line. Oliver, a little bit of an awkward ball. Edwards the kick, high into the air. Who's underneath? It's Paddo, not escorted this time. He goes over and ties it. The Broncos have a kick for the lead.
What a try there. Paddo is returned here in Season 9 for the Brisbane Broncos. And what a try that is to put them potentially in front here from the kick. They have been playing so well in the last 10 minutes or so, the Broncos, and they well deserve that try. Important kick here from Baker, so I'll go quiet for a second as we watch this one.
I'm going to line it up with the left post to hook it, and does it brilliantly. With 13 minutes and a little less than that actually left. A huge kick there, really, in the grand scheme of the game. As much as you might think it's just a relatively simple boot from about 15 away from the marker, it's difficult under pressure. It's a tough mental game, and it can really affect some of these players, especially, we've seen the wind. It's really picked up in some cases. It's more gusting now than anything, but it has still really affected a lot of these players. There's a risky ball there from Oliver. I think that pass is thrown way too late there for Lee, but it does eventually find him. Here's Edwards. Quick ball in here for Crutcher. Crutcher will bring down a couple of defenders in order to get him tackled. Baker's now over to Dylan Sharp. He hooks up with Jones. Jones makes one man miss, but it means he runs right into Borsons. Save a ball here for Paddo. The try score of it. Put this game back in the hands of the Broncos. Crutcher plays the ball. Bakers will look for the 40-20. This looks really good. It looks almost picturesque. Ponks are just going to have to run that out. I get it. There's no chance that he can save that. That's a 40-20. Or it's going to be in a touch. You can't also risk, someone else diving on. Let's just make sure here. This was from outside. No, that was inside. Yep. That was inside the 40 and perfectly judged there by Bakers. And now Brisbane with a real chance to almost put this game to bed with 11 minutes to play.
Yeah, like it's only 2 points in. It's still 11 minutes, like you said. It's far from over here. The Broncos, they are looking to really make it a hard comeback for the Knights. If they can score a try here, it could be over. And just very dangerous, their shapes.
They were really angling for that with Bakers on the left side. Oh, Crutcher to gather it in time. He might be able to just go over himself. I think he has. Sadler's holding his head in his hands. They will review this, but I think this is going to be an Ash Crutcher try.
That is a massive play there. I thought they'd mess that play up. I thought the ball was going to spill right into the lap of Bo Sadler. But no, Crutcher's able to actually push him over for a try here. And we get the green light. The Broncos are on the board again. 6-point lead, kick to come. About 10 minutes left in the match. This is a very tight finish here. And they've made it just that extra inch harder for the Knights.
Yeah, and while again, this kick is going to be reasonably difficult here. We're about halfway between that big hash and the numbers. He's probably looking left post again. Oh no, he's angling that way out. It's not come back as much as it wanted. The wind didn't pick up. It's a 6-point game now.
Well, that's not what you want there at all. Only 6 points in it now. Nerves will be high. It's only a converted try. If they had that buffer, that extra 2 points, that's a 2-score game. Now it's only a 1-score game. It's going to be tough here, and the Broncos are going to be a bit nervous. Even more nervous is me. I've got Broncos 1-8. I wanted them to get that kick and just see the game through like that. But now, it's a little bit higher stakes for me and the 4 other people that took 1-8.
So far, of course. Where we're recording this, there's probably going to be a lot more people backing that at the moment.
I'd hope so.
Here goes Oliver. Now to Bakers and then Lee. Let's get crunched about a quarter way of the field here on tackle 2, but should still give him a decent base to work off of. Here goes Og. He attacks there, looking to try and get by. Good tackle there from Christie and Butterfield. Quickly out to Ray Romano. This might be another 40-20 attempt here. Look at the way they're setting up. Edwards is way back, and that's exactly what he goes for. And it's a difficult kick to try and execute here because you've got to try and go straight on here. Ponkston will take it, though. He sidesteps Ray Romano. Can Teresi force him out? No, he can't. It was right near there. And Edwards nearly had it as well. Here goes Vakama. Trying to get through, but eventually brought down there. A good tackle from Kodiog. Sadler out for Butterfield. Butterfield quick ball there for Parks. Parks with about 7 minutes to play. Does get them past for 40. Won't be a 40-20 attempt here. It'll be a forward pass instead. And that is just a careless error from a veteran like Bo Sadler. He's got to be able to time that one a lot better. And as a result, Brisbane have been gifted some territory here. Got to be Teresi now. Teresi forced towards the sideline. Nearly over by Vakama, though about a few meters more he would need there. There's a quick ball for Og. Og has to be wrapped up there by the arm from Dan Punch. Played now for Oliver. Edwards now for Sonny Sharp. Sharp trying to get through here. Can't quite get through the tackle of Sadler.
Good pass.
Here goes Edwards. Edwards cops a shot for his trouble. Og's going to be turned up here. They might review this. No, straight held up. Great call here from the referees this time around. Absolutely was certain of that one. 5:45 left. Edwards will go for the grubber kick, but he's just spilled it. He couldn't get to his boot in time. But I think they'll be fine with that, Brisbane, because it means they just pin him right back where they were.
Yeah, good stuff there from the Broncos. They've just really been applying the pressure in these last few minutes, and it is really paying dividends. Their defense has been very, very on par, and they've absolutely been able to keep the Knights, who are a very hard team to keep down this end. As I said, that Ponkston through the line. They've not given up any sort of hope yet, the Knights.
Yeah, and, well, I mean, it's been very good work here from Ponkston to find a gap. And now Nanai's going. Nanai past the 20. Got an offload away. It was very dangerous. Teresi nearly scooped it up himself. And it takes a long time to bring him down. But suddenly the Knights find themselves on the doorstep of tying it. Here goes Parks. Now for Dan Punch. Punch will have to have a tackle. He won't be able to get there. He's a couple meters short. Borson set up directly behind the play the ball. He'll grab her across to his left side.
What a take.
Taken by Crutcher. Crutcher also evades the tackle of Borson's. Got away. What a play by Ash Crutcher at the death. That is huge for the Brisbane Broncos.
That is huge. Like you said, Ollie, Ash Crutcher, I don't know A, how he's taken that ball so confidently and so comfortably, or B, how he's escaped the in-goal. That is just the experience of the veteran, the journeyman Ash Crutcher, and speaks volumes to the character and player that he is. That is just a huge, big game player play. As their fourth tackle now, almost on the 40. He's really got him out of a lot of trouble as the clock just winds down, but that is not good. That is not good at all. Edwards throwing an intercept, and they are in trouble once more.
Yeah, and this could be huge as well, because it could be that the Knights might get one last tackle after the fact. They were probably looking at last set with 2 minutes to play. Now they've got another chance of 3 minutes. Here goes Nanai. Nanai, a long ball. Punch might have a chance, but he can't get the legs moving. Great work by Oliver to wrap them up. Punch quickly to Sadler. Sadler to Nanai. Nanai's forced back there. Great work by McDonald. Found the center of gravity, pushed him right back. Sadler looks left again. This time Driscoll, they swarm him. They're not able to get a pass away from Driscoll. Can only do one up at this point. Where do they go now? Salah to Borsons. Borsons the high ball. It looks to be landing a couple short, but it's a bat back. It's a bat back for Borsons. Borsons over. With 1:11 to go.
Goodness. Well, Ollie, you couldn't. If you're a neutral fan like we are, if you're a neutral viewer, you couldn't ask for a better game than this. Ponkston, the absolute scenes. It's Edie Oliva, absolutely stepped there by Ponkston. And the try, the kick to tie it up now. A minute left on the clock. And they will be looking for a field goal in only a few tackles here. This is Simulation Rugby League.
And with less than a minute to play, well, I mean, you would think the conversion's automatic. You'd hope it's automatic here if you're at McDonald Jones and supporting Newcastle, but it is. You see the celebration. He knows. Even with that, they can go here with 44 seconds left. I think they're just going to go golden point. I don't see a reason to risk going for a big play. Just take it to golden point, because you know this game is just too far in the balance for you to really risk something given where you're at territory-wise. Bakers has taken a long time with this kick here as well. It might have maybe 1 or 2 plays left, but I think if you're the Newcastle Knights, you just focus on ball security. You do not... Oh, maybe not. Maybe they just sent Bradley Parks through, but it might just be the one play. As a result, they wasted too much time, and we are going to golden point. Here we go. Golden point here. It's something that you've really oh, I'm losing my voice here already. We haven't barely even started this. It's free football. It's free rugby league. It's free Simulation Rugby League. And, well, you very rarely get to see it here in the SRL, but here we go. Knights and Broncos going to golden point.
Yeah, this is an absolute huge result, really. 28-all. Pogson sneaking in the last minute for a try to even it up. This is just premium, isn't it? This is absolutely stellar. The Broncos, they are very disappointed they let this try in, but it's not all over yet. They will be fighting for the next 10 minutes, however long it takes, to try and win this game and keep their season alive. That's a massive error from Sadler, and it could be all over in one play.
For the second time, they've thrown it away again. And now it gives them a prime opportunity. They're right in front here. They're 25 out. Where do they go?
Oh,
they go
easy.
to Edwards. Edwards snaps. Edwards got it. It took just 59 seconds. And the Broncos take a win over the Knights.
Well, that is well deserved from the Broncos. They have fought tirelessly tonight. That man on the screen is gone now. Dylan Sharp, he's had a cracker of a match. Isaac Edwards had a cracker of a match. This whole Broncos team worked and worked and worked for 80 minutes and 59 seconds. That was just such a game, and probably the quickest golden point we've seen in a long time. Yeah, that is just enormous, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, and, well, you know, you capitalized on a mistake, and Isaac Edwards, it just looked like the Knights never expected it. They just shaped like they was just like, okay, he's set up super close this time around, so they're clearly not going for the one here, but ever just like, well, I got plenty of room here. No one's chasing me. I'll just take a snap. And from right in front, he wasn't going to miss.
That is just so good there. And, I mean, you can't speak to it enough. But we'll go through some of the stats now. And I think the thing that stood out to us most, Ollie, before was the error count from the Broncos here. Why don't you talk us through that?
Yeah, 11 errors to 5 and a penalty. It just felt like the Broncos weren't going to really be able to chain together many sets, but somehow, some way, it just seemed like all the errors for the Knights just came at the worst time for them, and that Bo Sadler forward pass just doomed them. It must be such a heartbreak for the Knights as well, because they felt like they were in this, but the Broncos getting away with a huge upset win over what was presumptively the minor premiers. Suddenly they found themselves on the back foot here, but they'll look to really try and get a rebound. Let's take a look at the stats here for this one. We just see, I mean, so many great runners for this Knights side. I think, just count that up here. That is 9 players over 100 meters running, and some of them didn't even play the full stint. Nene and Diab getting 138 or 130. And well, you just see where the error count lies. Diab, Boston, and Dishwasher. Dishwasher had just a tough one in that 17-minute stint. One of the shortest stints I think we've seen, which is quite amusing given the 82 minutes. I think they'll give that 81.01. Is why we're seeing that there. But Bo Sadler, very mixed bag there. 2 try assists and 2 forward passes that pretty much just, that second one really just meant that they could not come back from this one. So a solid performance all round, given that they were able to take this to golden point. 7 line breaks as well for Dom Ponks, but we've got to talk about his opposite number here. Let's take a look at Dylan Sharp. And let's take a look at about 290 running meters. Not sniffing the record books by any means, but for someone so young, I think that's going to show he has just so much in the tank.
Yeah, he was so good tonight, Dylan Sharp. He's got the 8 line breaks, the 2 tries, 290 run meters, 17 tackles, no missed. A big standout tonight. I think, you've got to give it to him. Eddie Oliver, 190 run meters. He got 32 tackles and only missed 2. So that is absolutely enormous from their hooker tonight. And just a lot of his spine, Baker's alongside them, as was Isaac Edwards kicking the winning field goal. Just all 4 of these players in the spine just standing up tonight where it mattered the most.
Yeah, and Edwards absolutely making up there for 4 errors there. Oof.
Yeah.
And I think that's 7 errors throughout the spine. We got 2 on Walmsley and 1 on McEnroe. Who didn't really see much of a field, of course, but again, to be expected there. And also, we did get to see a lot of wingers missing tackles here for the Broncos. I think the ratio here is 2-7.
Oy. It's not ideal.
No, certainly not.
Yeah, the young wingers, they were outclassed a little bit tonight in some moments, but they held their own for the most part. You got to remember, these are 2 wingers that really haven't played a whole lot of footy. And on the wing, it's a hard position to play. So they've done very well and probably played well outside their weight class tonight.
Yeah, especially if Ray Romano's running. And, well, it's just been a great win for them as well. I'm sure it's just a huge morale booster for them, picking themselves back up and putting themselves in a chance to make it to the finals. And, of course, anything can happen when the finals come around. And with that, we have a lot more SRL to come through this round 11. I don't know if it's going to be as good as this one was, but this one was an absolute banger. Might have another banger as well coming up. Tigers versus Panthers. Panthers coming off a huge win against the Storm. And got to talk about next week as well, because there's a lot more to play for in that, where we get a true run to the finals. And next week, we have the Broncos taking on the Storm themselves at Suncorp Stadium, and the Knights, they'll be at home against the North Queensland Cowboys in the final game of that week. And we'll hope to see you for those as well. And with that, we thank you all for joining us here for the Simulation Rugby League Premiership broadcast. It went a little longer than you would have expected, but it was Brisbane that came away with an Isaac Edwards field goal and 2 crucial points in this season. For Will Kay, for the entirety of the SRL staff, I've been Ollie Parcher, and we shall see you next time. Good night.